Do you want Razor cards?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping for.
We got Razor cards.
It's Neetsel versus Rywek. So the exciting thing about this match, well, obviously we can see this is Rywek's second time, not his first, but is still a relatively new player. Neetsel is a very new player, and both of them are extremely good. I mean, obviously, they've made it all the way to Losers 7. That doesn't happen by accident. So this is like two really promising newcomers, and it's exciting to see them battle. It's sad that one of them has to go, but it guarantees that one of them is going to move on and face Andy and 4H, waiting as the sort of gatekeeper to top 8. Will one of these two be able to pull that off? We'll have to wait and find out even who it's going to be first, as it looks like the game that one of our players, I thought it was getting redrawn, but it looks like one of our players owns it and just hasn't played it yet, which is fine because then we don't have to give them a key for it because the submitter has a bunch of keys for this game. So that's nice. Been a long road for both players to get here. Slightly longer for Rywek, it seems. Neetsel opened up with playing the world's best GBA tie-in to a licensed IP that had no right to be anywhere near as good as it was. VeggieTales, Larry Boy and the Bad Apple. Surprisingly fun puzzle platformer thing that lends itself perfectly to Mystery Tournament, except for the weird minigame boss fights. And then defeated Soul Devourer in Koisuru Purin, Koi wa Daiboken, Dr. Kanmi no Yabo. I forget what that is. It's for the DS. So probably Hopscotch had something to do with it.
It was like I don't know, like a jump and run where you shoot things and you have different characters, but you can switch between them in the stage.
Oh, is that the frog one?
Yes.
Oh, okay, yeah. That game was cool.
Was fine.
It was fun to play, which is more than I can say about
Yeah, that's true.
a lot of games in Mystery Tournament. In my opinion, anyway.
We've been pretty
I'm
good,
really
I think.
picky.
I think we've got a good Mystery Tournament here.
Yeah. Well, I'm especially picky about my games compared to your average Mystery Tournament competitor. There are people here who specifically dig up the games that got rejected and play those, right? Like I'm far away from those folks.
Oh, but it's like, if I play a regular match, I expect a good game, even if I also like to play Bowls of the Beast once in a while. Like, I know what I'm getting into when I start Bowls of the Beast. And if I get into a mystery game, I do expect some amount of quality.
Yeah, like we got from Jumpman, which was an exciting race. Neetsel and 1UP was another sort of new face, at least for around Mystery Tournament. So it was great to have another really strong player come in, and then they faced off against each other in a wacky, rotaty platformer thing, kind of experimental and a pretty cool game. And then fell to a brute, savage racer with no remorse, full of arrogance. In what the hell is that game? Shogeki Joben Kerero Gunsu.
Oh,
this one sounds like that's the frog one.
Yeah, sorry, I mixed them up. I was a little distracted, and you mentioned NDS, but you were talking about Koisuru Purin.
Yeah.
Which I don't recognize either.
Koisuru.
I mean,
I tested this one.
It's like funny that there's a big chance that we casted it.
Another cutesy DS platformer from Hopscotch with a bunch of companions with different abilities, and it's difficult to wrap your head around quickly. Except this game doesn't suck. Is what I opened with in my test notes. Yeah, I remember that game. I didn't see that race, though. But I remember that game. That's a good game. And then so was the Frog General one. And then Neetsel defeated Rywek in the very strange Bit Generations orbital space traveling game where you attract and repel yourself away from planets to consume other planets and grow big enough to have the star orbit you at the end. But don't touch it, it'll kill you. It has to orbit you.
No matter how big you are.
Yeah.
Got special powers.
So exactly the sort of weird thing we like to throw at players in Mystery Tournament. Gunner's Heaven was exactly the sort of normal game that makes up a lot of Mystery Tournament. It's a run and gun, sort of like Gunstar Heroes. I think that's why the word gun is in the title.
Mm-hmm. Also, you shoot a gun.
I mean, yeah, that's that also, but I think they were really trying to make that sort of game pretty directly.
Yeah, it's hard to deny the similarities.
Yeah, it's also got the GH initials. Probably not a coincidence. Rywek then defeated Polterghost in Buster, which is a remake of an old Sharp 68,000 home PC platformer game. And it's alright. I had a bad time with it, but it's a good game. And then fell to another strong player. Captain Drake is responsible for sending Rywek down to the loser's bracket. In Capsule Guy, that was a really good race, though. It was the puzzle platformer it was like pretty colorful, and you had a gun, and the gun would like pop you up a little bit when you shot it, and you were having to read level design very quickly and react to it, and both of the players were doing that a lot, and it was super impressive. And we got kind of excited because it's nice to see a new player like Rywek give an old veteran like Captain Drake a run for his money, but wasn't able to pull off the victory, so moved down to the lower bracket where Rywek defeated Draconic Dawn and Indestructivator 2. A really zoomed out shooty platforming thing. And then Tapioca in Sky Roads. This is a Mystery Tournament classic. You're just a car driving around on a big space road, jumping around for the most part. Actually, not a lot of driving in Sky Roads. I can't remember. I think that was a tough race for Tapioca. I think it didn't go well for them, if I remember right. But I had one eye on the race the whole time, so I don't quite remember. But I do remember Rywek smashing Zenic Reverie in an extremely difficult Super Monkey Ball 2 goal. Both players sort of not noticing some things that would have really helped them, and then Rywek started to notice them, and it made a huge difference.
Yeah, there were a few stages that were just tricky, and then to make it worse, there was like a button to make them less tricky, but you gotta find the button, it's behind you. My brother and I call that the Crash Bandicoot syndrome. Because in Crash Bandicoot, sometimes there's boxes like in front of where you start. And so every time we play a game like that, we're gonna check like in front. Like the opposite way of where you start going at the start of the level. And that's the Crash Bandicoot syndrome.
Did we... No, I was about to say, hey, did we play this game that might still be in the draw pool? And then just like say the name of the game. Even though I'm pretty sure it did get played, but I wanted to compare it to something. I guess I won't. I'll just let it go. But those are our two players. Setup seems to have gone on a while for our players. Point of OBS straight up crashing, so that's interesting. Both players are so new, I don't have a read on what sort of game that they're good at, what sort of game they're not good at.
We just saw the games.
Yeah, well, they won in a whole bunch of games.
Yeah.
And then lost to some of the strongest opponents we have, so...
It just means they're good at everything.
Yeah, I do kind of get that vibe, honestly. What I can do is go grab the pastebin for this game and learn about it, because this is one of the ones that I did not test.
Check it out. Video game.
It's Paralily. So I think this is a puzzle platformer sort of thing.
I don't know, you have the pastebin.
Well, so the tricky part is that the controls, it says, are explained in the first 3 levels, which I hate, because I want to play this game, maybe, with my SNES controller.
Yeah.
And maybe the game doesn't want to work with it, and maybe I need to set up Joy to Key, and
Yeah.
I don't know what binding to have.
I agree. And don't hide controls from me. Like, if you say left, right to move character, and then there's a ladder that you climb up, screw you.
Well, so far it's left, right, and jump for these players. We're definitely platforming. The other thing about this game you can probably tell is it's a little bit spooky.
Press left bumper to shift back. Oh, it's Little Big Planet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought it. I didn't realize it was literally like back. I thought it was more like
Yeah, like time
back
was
to.
back.
Yeah,
That's what I thought too. I was like, what do you mean
back to the dimension you came from. Neetsel picks up a little thing.
So it's Giana's sister's Twisted Dreams.
Maybe. So the notes at the bottom of the pastebin. Just a couple little notes. That's it. It just says like, hey, you start from the beginning of the stage when you die. The controls are explained in game. Here are some notes. Go left at the start of each level if given the chance. On death, you return to the start of the level, but keep pickups. Don't trust the bunnies. Some sound effects can be loud. Audio can be adjusted from the main menu.
Don't trust the bunnies.
Nothing in the pastebin's like, hey, you're gonna need these, all of these like flowing, glowing little light things. They needed that one to turn on that door, so that seemed good. Probably you gotta get them all. Oh, Neetsel ended up in a pit, and I don't think that's too far back.
I find it hard to tell sometimes that a platform is in the foreground.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're jumping and I go, okay, everything's good, but then they shift. And I go, oh, but then it's the correct thing. Oh, there's a bunny.
Ah, don't trust the bunny.
It turned into a. Oh,
Turned into something. I don't think we have a name for that. Oh, but in the real world, they're real bunnies. We got air currents. Whoa, Rywek shifted at the wrong time. Drops all the way down. That's pretty costly.
oh. Neetsel got bunnied.
Actually, did Neetsel get this one right at the start? Yes, did. Okay. Yeah, I'm still having a lot of trouble seeing the platforms. What Neetsel's managed to find inside the... Oh, the little... It'll boost you up. That's kind of tricky.
What's gonna boost you up?
See, Rywek's in this little cave here with this air jet, and then when you flip, it's gonna kick you up over the stump. Whoosha.
Whoosha. Oh, you didn't
Whoa.
even see the air gusts on the foreground layer. It's stupid. I guess you can kind of see it, but it could also just be like some fog.
Oh yeah, that is pretty faint. Alright, so there's the door for Rywek. Neetsel is ahead by half a screen or something. It's gonna just jump in here. Pretty confident there's a floor there. There kind of has to be, and so there is. No floor there, though.
Can't see it.
Yeah, it's really unclear of where these platforms are.
Oh, there's one more in the background. I didn't
Oh.
even see that.
Yeah, there's like... So you're shifting dimensions, but you're also shifting into foreground and background?
I think it happens at the same time. Like, it's just these things are in different dimensions. It just looks like you're moving back and forth. The music keeps like stopping and restarting, and I don't know, something that sounds really weird.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of like, oh, the music's like this in one world and it's like that in the other, but it's not working.
Yeah.
Rywek is trying to go left, because that's what the pastebin says. He's having trouble getting through a big mushroom.
Or maybe you can jump, shift, and shift again? I would be unsure if going to the left is possible.
Yeah. And knowing that if it is possible, you were supposed to do it, and you didn't.
Yeah, and they only tried once. I would have tried like twice at least.
Mm-hmm. Very close race. Whoa! Wait, so what happened there? Rywek shifted 3 times to get to the right.
Maybe it was like 2 to the front and 1 to the back again.
Oh.
I think we only have 3 layers.
Okay, there are 3 layers. I was just clarifying that there's not 2 layers.
Oh no, there's the regular world, and then there's Sand World, and then there's Hell World.
Okay.
We're gonna shift into Sand World, and now we're gonna shift into Hell World. This is where the spider scouts are. Back to sand, and back to normal.
So if things are lighter, they're sort of forwards, and if things are darker, they're backwards?
I don't
Or maybe
know.
it's vice versa, but... You got to know which way to shift, right? If you're in the middle and you see some kind of outline of something, you got to shift one of the 2 ways to land on it.
I would just assume if it's above me, it's like towards hell, and if it's below me, it's towards forest.
Mm.
Because it's usually pretty stacked.
Both players trying to fall into this eyeball shape thing. Oh, Briggerman here. This is this is not subbed by Meware. This was subbed by Briggerman.
Someone told me. Maybe someone. Oh yeah, they did tell me. Rigaman.
So, Sully destroyed this game, finished it in 18 minutes. And FFAO took longer than that. So I think these players are going to be in between those times.
I feel like you can only go so fast, and the fact that we are beating the game means that the game isn't very long. Especially in 18 minutes. I don't care how fast you go. I think no game should be beatable blind in 18 minutes. Like if it costs money. I don't care. I don't care if a Ludum Dare entry lasts 18 minutes.
It's all about what you get out of the 18 minutes.
Hmm.
And what value you assign there?
Oh yeah, but this justifying 18 minutes.
Depends on the person.
Okay.
For you, and probably for me, it's probably not enough there. Rywek shifts just in time to catch the mushroom. Neetsel's way in the air, no idea what dimension that he's supposed to be in.
He's not getting enough distance from this gust.
Rywek makes it into the door.
I think you gotta go like into the bottom of the gust so you build up more speed.
Oh, yeah.
Not like that. But it worked anyway, this time, for some reason.
Rywek being chased by a bunny shifts into the right dimension.
Oh, Neetsel.
Wants this thing. When the stream unbuffers, we'll see if they got it okay. There's definitely some spiky vines.
Oh,
Wait,
didn't.
nope.
I mean, they did get it, but they're not gonna
Yeah.
carry it home.
Yeah, you don't keep it.
Oh, bunny!
And now Neetsel joining Rywek on this same screen, making up a lot of ground.
Bunnied.
What? I don't know what the play was there for Rywek, but it wasn't that. Oh, pretty clutch shifting from Neetsel.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Neetsel is gone. When you have like a flow, and these levels do flow, then it looks pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
Like just going and sight reading which way to go and stuff like that. Or this is a neat puzzle. Jumping
Nice.
down there in a different dimension so you're low enough and then saving yourself.
Oh, okay, it's barely enough. Neetsel makes it.
Oh, there's another bunny.
Oh, this is so scary. But
Are we sure that was a bunny and not a lemming?
Oh man. I was just thinking, like, I can't see any other platforms in any of the other dimensions, so I don't think there's an opportunity to shift away here. I think you just got to deal with this bunny, and then no, you don't have to deal with it at all.
Yeah. At the start of the level, there was one where you just have to jump over. Let's see what Rywek does. Oh god.
Oh, that was so close. Oh, it didn't read the
jump.
same.
The jump doesn't come up. Rywek.
When the bunny fell off, I didn't realize that was where the ground ended because of the background. And Rywek did the same. It's such a long screen, too. And it's a long screen that's like... It's not easy just to get through it. Like, it's not like the hard part was collecting the stuff. Like, just kind of getting across was kind of the hard part.
I hate how the music stops every time. Like maybe it should crossfade or something.
Yeah, or do a Banjo-Kazooie where it's the same song but the instrumentation changes.
Yeah.
All right. Neetsel has finally got past this opening section of trees. This big stone thing looks cool. Whoop. Mushroom is not solid anymore. My brain's not very good at keeping track of the sort of two levels layered on top of each other. In this case, three layers. So even though it's fairly simple, I think I would still find this game difficult to play. Alright, this time Rywek with the jump. So is sort of right here with Neetsel. Of course, this is... Oh, Neetsel spots maybe there's a way to go backwards. Not really. Look at this pro shifting from Rywek. Ah.
So Neetsel wasn't sure where to go. and saw like a branch on the right on the first layer, but it wasn't solid. I think you gotta do something with this door.
Yeah.
Like when you put 3 souls into it, it's a teleporter, I don't know. See, it looks like there's a branch on the right, but there isn't. Bait.
Yeah, it almost seems like they need to just find a soul in this first area.
Oh, you
'cause
can
it
go
looks
in the
like
background.
It's got 2 at it.
I think you just have to go in the background. You can go in the background between the trees. Or here, I guess. Oh. Oh, and now
Just
we go
platform.
back.
Whoa.
Oh no! Should have jumped before switching. Because the mushroom is 2 away.
Alright. Rywek finds the background ledge, and then it's tough. The mushroom, when it's grayed out, still looks pretty solid, even if it's not. I mean, it needs to be colored in, and it's pretty obvious when it's colored and when it's not, but still, it does look quite solid when it's gray. I've seen the players try to jump on a gray mushroom a number of times now.
You can't even see the hell world from the forest layer. Because
Yeah.
the forest layer has a background. That's really weird.
This enemy keeps getting Rywek as soon as he shifts into the hell world. Neetsel, oh my god, missed the door, ran under it, and died to the vines on the other side.
Oh, I thought it counted for something. Like a Trackmania bug finish or something.
Okay, Rywek doesn't die to the enemy, but doesn't land safely afterwards. Neetsel gets in the door.
Go left, go left.
You can't even see where the enemy is on its patrol pattern. I wonder if it's maybe in the same place every time, actually. It's kind of looked that way. Neetsel with a lot of rapid shifting. Suddenly there's an enemy up in the sky. Alright, Rywek baits the enemy. Bounces 3 times, goes back. Oh, the jump input didn't come out. And then I'm not even really sure what killed Neetsel there. Well, I don't think our players are going to be beating this game in 18 minutes. Not a lot of people know about Sully. Sully doesn't really join Mystery Tournament, doesn't talk a lot or anything, but pretty routinely is a tester for Mystery Tournament and is pretty good.
Yeah, 18 minutes is crazy. What did you say the other tester time was?
I didn't.
Oh,
because
it's too terrible.
It's kind of a lot more. It's not. I don't know if it's terrible, but it's a lot more. It's north of 30 minutes, I'll say. For all I know, like that's a normal time, and these 2 players are going to be around that time, and Sully is the anomaly way out in front. I don't know. It's definitely been that way in a couple other games. Alright, Rywek gets the soul. The door is there. Nice shifting.
I'm pretty sure Neetsel still hasn't gone to the left.
Hmm. Oh, there is a vent there. I was like, what is Neetsel doing? Okay.
Maybe they did.
Door's open.
Yeah, okay. I guess maybe they did that.
Oh, we can use the mushroom to get... Oh, that only barely worked.
Oh,
Shifts away
that
and then
was nice.
back.
That was nice.
Yeah.
I'm gonna reload Rywek's stream because I think we may be a bit behind at this point. Oh, we're still here.
Neetsel going left for a soul with... Oh, there's a vent. Okay. Is that high enough? Just barely. Another air vent. Rywek is passing up on a soul, no? It was there. Oh, did that sick jump past that and then just runs off the edge? Oh no, didn't see it. It was down in the air vents. And now it's heading left, looking for a soul. Oh boy.
No, he's doing like this weird jump to the left instead of just switching twice in the air. I don't know why.
Whoa,
that was close.
Shifts away from the enemy, nice.
Oh yeah, it's in the Hell World.
Yep.
There we go. Hell World is the canonical name, by the way.
Yeah. It made sense to me. Nice, okay. But Neetsel is pretty far along. It's on some weird section with a angry purple wall.
Oh, is this the last level?
Yeah, maybe.
Is it like a last level thing? Oh.
Hesitates a little bit.
Oh, there's a pig. God, oh, it doesn't even attack.
It's kind of funny when you see that enemy in the Hell World. You kind of know, like, even though you don't want to make it able to hit you, it's a sign that you probably need to be in the Hell World to progress.
Oh god! Oh god! Oh no! The way this level starts makes me think even more. It's the last level.
Does Rywek have a chance to come back? Oh, avoids the enemy, almost falls, but there is a ledge here. Oh, the shift didn't come out in time. This could be one of these things where Neetsel just needed one more try, or maybe it's really difficult and it's going to take a whole bunch of tries.
Good double switch. Some of the level design looks like you're not supposed to be able to switch twice in the air. But you can, so... Sometimes there's just useless platforms in between. Rywek, no.
Oh, Rywek got impatient, jumped into a lava spout. Really can't afford to be losing time at this point. Neetsel shifts just late enough to avoid the enemy.
Oh no!
Didn't catch the air vents.
Spaceman says finishing the rotation puzzle at the end is when that's done. So it's gonna be a rotation puzzle?
Yeah, that doesn't really jive with whatever's been going on with the rest of this game. Oh, Neetsel caught a bunch of air off that vent. Needed to double back a little bit.
Oh no, wrong direction! Oh. Saved it! What the hell is this thing?
Oh, Neetsel is pretty close to the wall.
Oh god, do you jump? Do you jump? Where do you jump? Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Oh, back to forest?
The end.
And a good jump to the door. It's a rotation puzzle, I guess.
It's the end.
Oh no, you have to finish.
This is so weird. You've been playing this game and then it just throws an entirely different game at the very end. And you know it's the end. It's in the pastebin.
Oh, it's this type of thing. You just have to... You should start on the... Like, either on the... on the inside or the outside. Because there's, like, one correct rotation.
I think the very outside doesn't move.
At the very
Maybe?
outside doesn't, like... The one he's currently touching is the outside-most one he can move, I think.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit of pattern on the left, so you can start matching from that and then work inwards, I think.
Yeah, this is correct. Ah!
There it is.
Thanks
Thanks
for
for playing.
Okay. That was a weird excursion into rotational puzzle land.
Neetsel is the victor, has earned the right to challenge Andy for a top 8 spot.
Congrats.
Rywek on the final section now. A pretty close race. Oh, you know what? FFAO tested this without the pastebin note that said go left at the start of a stage, if you can. So that might have contributed a little bit to it.
That's gonna add a bit. Hey, Neetsel.
Hello, hello, hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I can't say that I'm a big fan of this.
What about it doesn't agree with you?
Well, I don't know, the platforming felt really off to me. Like some of these jumps felt harder than what they should have been, considering jumping from one plane to another is a bit tricky. So I don't know. There was something in the physics that I just didn't enjoy at all. But yeah, apart from that, was a nice discovery, especially since I had this in my library and I haven't played it yet. So it felt like going back to the Steam tournament again.
Wrong direction.
Whoa,
too slow.
Rywek is on the final escape section. So did you were you kind of comfortable thinking about these 3 different layers? Like, did you find it was mostly pretty natural to know when to shift and in which direction to shift?
At the start, yes. Then once you get through of them, and especially once they hide them, like the fact that there's a level where you have to switch from the first plane to the third plane, and there's nothing on the second plane. That level felt just annoying to me because, well, you have no way of knowing what's on the third plane when you're on the first one.
Right.
So I think it's kind of weird because there are times where you can see all 3 of them. So it feels like, well, it would have been nicer if everything was visible all the time. And yeah, there are really a few jumps that are really tricky in this, and it just felt a bit weird overall. And yeah, from time to time I also messed up the shifting. I went to the wrong direction a few times. It's a little bit confusing. So
yeah, and it's a tricky problem to fix too, because you gotta like double shift to fix it after that.
Yeah.
Tell me, does something like because the game's trying to be kind of spooky, right? Like, does that get in the way of your ability to like focus on the game with this like eerie music going on in the background, for example?
Apart from the fact that it's a bit repetitive, it's all right. It was all right. No, the music was nice. I kind of like some of the design for the monsters. Like the rabbit is, yeah, it's a bit unsettling. So I mean, after all, it's a $4 game, so there's not much to really complain about. It's a nice concept that hopefully they'll improve, since apparently it says end of chapter 1 when I finished. So I hope they improve it a little.
Yeah, maybe the rest of the game will just be those rotation puzzles that you had to solve at the end.
That was really that was really confusing. It's like, oh, and now I get this in the middle, like just one, and that's it.
So that it was pretty clear that was the end of the goal when you got there. Did you find it was like really tense trying to solve it at the end?
Well, it's tense because it was a bit tense because like the mushrooms, the way they behave is kind of weird. It's like there are times where it feels like the game wants you to shift dimension just to gain a little bit of height, but it's not the most natural thing to do. It feels like almost a speedrun strat rather than something that the game should encourage you to do. So that was a bit confusing at times, but also at the end, well, they are definitely struggling a little bit with this section, but yeah, this section is harder than it looks, which is a nice way to sum up this game, is that it's a bit harder to control than it looks. It's like these, I know I struggle with some of these airlift run.
Yeah, and we've seen a couple times where like a jump just kind of didn't seem to come out. Someone just walked off a cliff.
Yeah. It's like at times as well, it feels like you should be able to shift plane, but the game doesn't allow you to do it. So I got that a few times where I just died because, well, the game just didn't allow me to switch at that point.
Maybe you were like, you had one toe inside a rock or something.
Probably.
Well, you did really well. Congratulations. You're moving on. To maybe have a chance at top 8, there's a pretty scary opponent in the way.
Yeah, I've seen it. I guess if I get to top 8, that will be, well, like winning the tournament at this point. I wasn't expecting to get this far, so.
Yeah, well, look, Andy is in the losers bracket because he lost, right?
Yeah.
He is not impervious. So I guess hope you draw a puzzle game, first of all. And then second of all, hope you don't draw a platformer. That's my advice. That and then sort of stay cool, I guess.
I mean, it's like zero pressure, isn't it? If you lose, of course you lost. It's Andy. And if you win, it's like, whoa.
It's Andy.
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be able to discover another game. So.
Yeah. Well, this one you already had this one, so whoa, that was a save from Rywek.
Apparently, I got it in December, so I imagine I got this in a bundle or something.
Okay, Rywek holds on to this run. They swoop down pretty low, I guess, those enemies.
It happened before. It didn't happen to Neetsel. For some reason, it didn't swoop for him, or it swooped really late. So I think you have to switch to Desert Land and back to Hellland to avoid it.
Well, we'll hang out and watch Rywek finish, but I won't keep you here any longer. Neetsel, congratulations again. Best of luck on your next match, and thanks so much for coming to talk to us.
Well, thanks. See ya.
Rywek is so close. Okay. That's the kind, like, if this was still a race, that's the kind of mistake that you beat yourself up over.
Yeah. You just your thumb came off the jump button a little bit too early, or maybe even completely accidentally.
Yeah. In my race of spear, I walked off a platform and I assumed that it would send me over the spikes and not into the spikes. Like it was a pretty close drop. And it sent me in the spikes, and like the next 5 minutes I was thinking about that.
I just walked right into them.
Yeah, and it was horrible because on the restart I solved the puzzle wrong, so I had to restart again. But everything was correct the first time.
Alright, here we go with this. Rywek staying in the hell dimensions,
nice.
jumps really low. Oh, we can't see ahead.
And this last
Shifts.
section is funky.
Oh man, I did not see that desert platform. One big jump.
Nice.
Okay.
Now the final boss.
Yeah, here it comes.
Oh, but see, like the inside is green and then yellow and red. It's just like the game. It's thematic. Oh, the outside is already almost correct.
Yeah, and I can see now that the very inside doesn't rotate as well, so you could work in and out or out in. Both seem pretty good.
Yeah. Like, it seems very obvious what the outside has to be, so I would just start with that.
And yet, Rywek is... There it goes. Yeah,
right here. Oh, never mind.
What?
What? No!
I'm not sure what Rywek sees that we don't.
With these puzzles, everything has to connect. I know how these puzzles work, usually. Yeah. And so, like, the thing on the left and the red, like, connection means that the 3 prongs that go to the outside have to line up with those, obviously.
That's what I think.
Spooky music. Like some music box.
It's a little fuzzy, so I can't quite tell, but I think it's starting to get lined up now for Rywek.
I mean... Oh yeah, this is correct.
There it is.
It's done with 56.
Came in just under FFAO.
J'ai perdu.
Oh.
So we'll see if Rywek wants to come chat before we wrap up, probably for the whole ding dong dang day, because we don't got a whole lot of matches.
What the hell happened? The whole ding dong dang day?
Because we got no matches, Maurice. I'm all fired up about the fact that I would love to sit here all weekend. Yeah, we could do that, I guess. Well, I already did, but what I mean is...
Yeah, internet dirigible is in chat. He wants to play dropship.
Oh, it is Sunday. I was going to say, he's probably at work. He's probably on his lunch break, and you're like, come play games.
Oh, come on, it's a quick game. Josh did it in 15 minutes or whatever.
26.
Yeah.
No. He's out of here.
Oh, Rywek.
Hello, Rywek.
Hello.
How are you doing? Hello? I heard you say hello, but then...
Oh, hi. There we go.
Hi.
I couldn't move for some reason.
Hello.
that was a game.
Yeah, it was, well, obviously the big mechanic is the sort of shifting dimensions thing, so did you feel like you were able to sort of...
I had trouble
sort of
picturing...
natural?
No, it was, to me, it felt very unnatural. I had a lot of trouble. Whenever I have a shifting dimensions games, which can happen, like I can picture it from time to time. Like, I have difficulties just with 2, and this one had 3, and I was like, oh god.
Yeah, that's exactly what I said when I was on commentary. Like, I've played stuff like Guacamelee, for example, and there's a lot of like, whoops, I hit the button, I'm dead, right? Like,
yeah, it's like, and I was just hitting the wrong button every time. It's like, darn it.
Yeah, it almost seemed like you were having more trouble with that later on. I think that it may be just because the game got harder and demanded more of you.
Well, you had to react faster, and I was just getting more and more flustered with each like death. Especially like when I was at end of levels and I was hitting the button to jump, and then my character would just walk off the stage. I'm like,
Oh,
why?
We saw that one with the bunny
Why?
chasing you at the end.
Yeah, and I hit jump, and it's like, nope, no jumping for you. And it happened like a bunch of times in this game where I was hitting jump and just character would not react.
Yeah, we saw a little bit of that from Neetsel as well. He wanted to emphasize this game is harder to control than it looks.
Oh yeah, that I agree. And whenever you shift, your momentum is very different.
It almost like gives you like a little kick upwards, it looked like.
It does. So it's whatever you see on screen. So whenever you see like an enemy in the background, it's like, oh, don't worry, I'll appear like to the right or just underneath it. No, you spawn on top of it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm dead.
The Tyrannosaurus Rex heads flying around above, where there was a lot of trying to shift around them, and then it just wasn't quite in the right place to avoid them.
No. And they're quick. They're quick, and there's not much time to react. Whenever you're in the air, like you don't have much leeway there.
Yeah. Once you are jumping to the right, and then like you press left to be like, oh no, like don't run into him or whatever. Like you can't stop it.
There's no stopping it. There's no recovery from it. It's like you're dead. You're dead.
Yeah.
Like
You're just
shifting
dead.
left because of reaction time like will not help you because you can't come back.
Yeah. You did beat one of our testers though, so
Oh yay!
it wasn't
I
like
spent so
a
much
big
time.
blow up or anything. It was just, I don't know. You guys were actually extremely close for most of the race. It wasn't until the very end that there was a gap.
Okay. Yeah, I got stuck on the last two levels. The puzzle seems out of place. At
At the
end.
very end, yeah.
Why? It's like
We were laughing about, like, when we started the race, I looked at it and it's like the end of the goal is the rotation puzzle, and I was like, okay, I don't know what that means. I guess it'll make sense in context. And then 20 minutes into the race, we looked at it again and we were like, wait, rotation puzzle? What does that mean?
Yeah.
And then it popped up and it was like, oh yeah, okay.
I am very, very proud of one of the achievements I got during this game. So proud. Pet
hear
the
it.
bunny. You have to pet the bunny.
Yeah, we didn't know what to make of the paste bin note. Very helpful. That says, "Do not trust the bunnies."
Mm-hmm.
And then it became immediately clear.
Yeah. Like, there's even achievements for, like, 100% the game, and it's like, what's left? There's no collectibles. Like, you just need to get the collectibles to open the doors, right?
That's what I thought. Unless there's some super secret stuff. It's because you can't see the third dimension when you're in the first. So, like,
Yeah.
maybe there's some tricky double shift you can do in certain parts to, I don't know.
Maybe. Well, I guess this ends my tourney. Hey, top 16 is
Yeah.
nothing to laugh at.
No, it was extremely impressive, especially because this was your second mystery tournament, right?
Yep.
So please be proud of the amazing.
I'm proud. I'm even more proud of Neetsel, who's, I think it's their first tournament. So, like, yeah, keep going. Take it. Go beat Andy.
It's funny how the when you're knocked out by someone, you can't help but want to cheer for them to go further on the warpath.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
We'll see how far Neetsel can go. But we did see how far you could go this time, and it was great to watch you play. Thank you so much for coming back to Mystery Tournament.
Thanks.
What do you think? Still good? Still fun? 17 rolls around. We're gonna see you there.
Maybe, probably. We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Before you go, do you have like a stream or something you want people to know about where they can find you?
Oh, sure. You can always follow me at twitch.tv/Rywek. That's me. That's me. Where I am currently going through a linkathon where I am playing every single game ever created that ever had Link as a character in it. So every single thing you can think of, yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay. Fan games even?
Well,
It's hard to find
like
those.
official released games.
Okay.
So I'm playing like F1 Race, Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube. I'm playing all the Smash Bros. I'm playing
Got it.
Tingle's Rosy Rupee Land.
He's in there? I wasn't sure if it was just Tingle or not.
It's
You had to research these probably to figure out the answer.
I've had to research so many games. Like I've played Final Fantasy 1 just to go read a tombstone because it just says "Here lies Link."
And in the Japanese version, it's not even Link. It's
not
the main character from Dragon Quest. But
Yeah.
but they changed the name, and now you got to play it.
Exactly. And I did. So that's me.
Cool. Very cool. Rywek, congratulations again for making it this far, and
Thanks.
thank you so much for coming to talk to us.
All right, you guys take care. Bye.
And all of you out there in the chat, take care, because no one has risen up to challenge Maurice and dropship.
Yeah,
he wants
or-
to race
By
it.
any reject. So sad.